Hi guys, it's time for the Unit 3 essay questions. You need to answer both of these. So here we go. The first one is discuss the two major types of air pollutants in the San Joaquin Valley and what measures could be taken to control air pollution in the San Joaquin Valley and nationwide in general. So the San Joaquin Valley, which includes Visalia, Hanford, Fresno, and Bakersfield, usually rank in the top 5 for the worst particulate and ozone pollution in the entire nation. Particulates include both PM10s and PM2.5s. Sources for particulate pollution in the San Joaquin Valley include dairies, farming in general, car tires disintegrating, diesel fumes, and construction sites. PM2.5s, I guess, are especially bad. They're like 1/25th the width of human hair, and they can penetrate into your lungs and in many cases not come out. I've seen some studies that suggest if you're exposed to unhealthy levels of PM2.5s your entire life, it could shorten your life up to 10 years. Ozone pollution in the troposphere, which is the lower layer of the atmosphere, forms as a result of photochemical reactions. When shortwave radiation coming from the sun reacts with pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide and hydrocarbons. Ozone pollution is invisible. It doesn't inhibit our ability to see the Sierra Nevada, but it can irritate your respiratory tract and your eyes. It can also lower crop yields in some cases. What measures could be taken to reduce pollution, air pollution, both in the San Joaquin Valley and nationwide? In the San Joaquin especially, continue to work on reducing dust emissions from agriculture, continue to tighten controls on wood-burning stoves. We can also target emissions on the heavy-duty trucks rolling up I-5 and the 99. Greater fuel efficiency on automobiles. We've made great progress in recent years with that regard. Low or no emission vehicles. We've done a good job with this in recent years too, with more and more electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids. Renewables, we can continue to stress renewable energy, which now produces about 20% of U.S. electrical power. So solar, wind, biomass. Nuclear power, which is somewhat controversial, does provide 20% of U.S. Electrical power. I live near a nuclear power plant in Avila. It's called Diablo, and it produces 90% of California's electricity. It was to be decommissioned in 2025. Now the lifespan has been extended. So it doesn't produce the typical pollutants that come out of power plants like nitrogen dioxide and sulfur, the oxides of sulfur. But there are some problems with nuclear power. We have no suitable site for the high-level nuclear waste that's produced. The high-level nuclear waste, which stays radioactive for possibly millions of years, is currently stored on site, so we haven't figured out a place to put that stuff yet. Okay, your second essay question. Discuss difficulties in short-term and long-term weather forecasting. Weather forecasting is extremely complex due to the tremendous number of variables. Short-term forecasting increasingly has relied on sophisticated computer models, which are now enhanced by AI. Data is collected from numerous sources and fed into computer models that predict the weather just a few minutes in advance, and from there they go another few minutes in advance. So it takes literally millions of calculations to come up with a 24-hour forecast. If the data going into the computer models is not perfect, errors can be compounded over time. Sometimes local forecasters adjust what they see in the computer models that are released by the National Weather Service or the Europeans or the military, and they will alter the forecast based on their own experience in a local area. So short-term forecasts are usually pretty good, just a few days out. The most unreliable part of short-term forecasts would be with regard to precipitation. And those are unreliable after sometimes just a couple days. Long-term forecasts years out are really tough. So often they use broad parameters such as the expected CO2 levels maybe in 50 years, or what ocean temperatures might be like, or what snow cover might be like, and how that might alter storm tracks. But very tough to predict the weather 50 years out or 100 years out. So I'd like you to do the study guide and the essays in your own words, using my videos as your primary source. You can also use your textbook. I don't need any other sources. So please do your own work. And it's been a great semester, and you guys do good things with your life. We'll talk soon.